So last episode I talked about new school semester, friendships, motivation, all that. But this episode I really want to get into friendships, the importance of it, friendship breakups, and basically finding your own people and stuff. And every podcast I have a guest joining me, and today's guest will be Bella. Bella, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
I would love to, Amy. First off, shout out Amy for having me on today.
Woo!
So, my name's Bella. I'm a sophomore, and I go to High Point University. Roll Panthers. My major's criminal justice with a minor in psychology, and I'm from Sturbridge, Massachusetts.
Yeah. Just a little context. Bella was my roommate last year. We're not roommates anymore. We'll leave that up to you guys for discussion.
Take that as you will.
But basically, Bella is just very good at storytelling, so that's why I have her on this podcast with me. So anyways, we're gonna basically dive into friendships, valuing friendships, the importance of it. Bella's involved with like Greek life here at High Point, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to have her side of this. Some people like they're like, oh, like go to college just for your education, all that, but like I feel like some people just don't understand that like friendship is just like a huge like part of like college, like your college experience, all that. And I just feel like I don't know, I just feel like it kind of makes up your college experience. Like definitely like, focus on like all your schoolwork, all that, but I feel like, don't like keep yourself busy with all that, if that makes sense. Like I feel like, like definitely like try and like get out there, like experience some new stuff, go to events, all that.
I feel like having a solid group of friends in college really makes or breaks your experience.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like, and then I feel like that's where people do fall into sometimes wanting to transfer out of colleges. Like I know multiple people who I went to high school with who have transferred to other places just because like they didn't really find their people. Well, and also like obviously with schooling, you know, they didn't just transfer because they didn't have a friend group.
Yeah.
But I feel like that does play like a major role in it. Like if you don't have people here, especially being so far away, I feel like if you don't have like people you can rely on, then it's just kind of like you're just here. You're just like existing. You could do this anywhere.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I feel like the more people like you meet, like the more like connections you make and stuff. And I personally feel like connections like really like get you to places. Like think about like I meet so many people through you, and
I've met so many people through you.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, but like I feel like I don't know, like I like going like around campus, like I say like hi to like people that I know from like you and stuff.
For sure.
And like I know like it's definitely like the same like the other way like around and whatever. But I feel like even like when you go like even like post college and stuff, I feel like definitely like knowing like a lot of people like could definitely like help you because like they could have connections like to like other stuff that like could get you somewhere and whatever.
And like Amy said, we met, like I met our whole entire friend group basically through her because I moved in with her. So I mean literally like to put it mildly, like she helped me find my people because I had friends but like I didn't have a friend group until I moved in with her. So that's definitely helped me like create a friendship group that I've been like honestly looking for since obviously like moving here. And literally I have known Amy for about a year at this point now, and over the summer I drove to Jersey to visit her, so that just says a lot because I hate driving on the highway and Massachusetts to Jersey is not a quick trip. That's about 3.5 hours.
Oh my god.
And along the way we picked up my friend our friend Gianna. She also came. She lives in New York, so we made a lot of pit stops. We did a little cross country. But it's just like crazy to me because I feel like even senior year, obviously like we're all adults now, but even like senior year, I don't think there's one person who I was friends with in high school where my parents would be like, yeah, all right, just go. Yeah, that's fine. And then I was like, I brought it to, I gave them the idea. I was like, I think I'm going to go visit Amy with Gianna. And they were like, okay. Like, they didn't really have a problem with it. And I feel like that also says a lot because, you know, that is not a quick drive. That is literally going through 3 states.
Yeah.
So that definitely said a lot about, I think, how my parents view my friendships that I've made here.
I was gonna say, shout out your parents.
Yeah, for real.
But no, yeah, I was gonna like mention how like, it's that like this just kind of shows you like it's different for everyone. Like I like mentioned in my first episode how like it was kind of easy for me to find like friends like through my peer mentor and stuff. Like I was basically friends with all of them through my peer mentor. And you said like you didn't really like find a friend group until like a month after or 2 months after we like moved in. But like I think like that just kind of shows you like, you know, like you'll like end up like, you know, finding your people and stuff. And we're gonna get into that like later on. But like we've been through a lot over the past year. And I feel like with like friendships and stuff, it also comes like, you know, friendship breakups, and like that's like it's okay. I feel like most people like, you know, get sad about it. Like I felt that way before, but I think like it took like a lot for me to realize that things happen for a reason. I feel like sometimes like people just have to realize like, you know, like everything will just be fine in the end and stuff. I feel like sometimes like people just have to realize like, you know, everything will just be fine in the end and stuff. Like I've definitely been through like a lot of like friendship breakups, and it's fine. Like it all works out.
One of my favorite quotes of all time is "Everything happens for a reason." So much so that I have it tattooed on my body, right over my elbow. So it's matching with my cousin, but that's probably like something I honestly live by. And like Amy was saying, like friendship breakups do happen, and they do, to put it, you know, in simpler terms, it does suck.
It really sucks.
It sucks. Like you can be upset about it, obviously. Like, I mean, that's like, especially if it's like a longer friendship. But I think what you were saying, like sometimes like, especially with that time frame of your story, like sometimes people just need to go to college. Like you've been with your high school friends for years. Like sometimes you just need like, okay, I need to do something on my own for a little. Like I need to not like, because you know, like you can have your high school friends, you can have your college friends, but I feel like there has to be a difference. Because one time, like you spent like 13 plus years with these people literally in your adolescence. Now you're adults, like, and now you have like your quote unquote adult friends at college. So I just feel like there's definitely like a difference between the two, but also it does happen and it is okay. I mean, I've definitely had my fair share of friendship breakups from high school, and it's okay. Like we're all, you know, we're growing people. Like we just don't have the same vision for our lives anymore as we did sophomore, junior year of high school, which is completely fine, obviously, but we just, you know, sometimes we just don't see eye to eye, like you said, with people, and that's completely fine to happen, but, you know, you just have to kind of make the best of it, and obviously, like I said, everything happens for a reason, and that reason may obviously not be so obvious sometimes, but then you'll look back and be like, that was honestly for the best. I can think of one prime example of that was for me. I did have a friendship breakup in the middle of October, November of last year, and it did suck really bad because we have been friends since we were like 2 or 3. So a long time, most of my life. But honestly, like, it did upset me, like, at the start, but the more and more time has passed, I realized that, like, it honestly was such for the best. Like, wish them the best, honestly, in their life, and I know they wish me the best, but we just are not the best selves when we're friends, and that's completely fine.
And it's fine to, you know, break away sometimes and just, you know, not talk again. Honestly, like, I think we've all grown, like, very much over, like, the past year, and I think we've all realized, like, you know, what we kind of, like, argued about, like, was just kind of, like, stupid. Like, it just was not, like, you know,
for sure,
necessary. And, I think, like, that just kind of shows, like, you know, you'll always find your way back to each other if it's, you know, the right thing.
For
like,
sure.
I know for you, Bella, it obviously wasn't that case, but it's different for everyone.
And honestly, too, like, this has been, like, honestly, like, it happens all the time. Like, probably one of my favorite stories my mom has ever told me, and this just ties into this topic so well.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's best friend in high school, they got in,
Oh my God, I love this story.
A little
You told me
argument,
this.
yeah. They got in a little argument, as, typical 15, 14-year-olds do.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, like, I want to say their freshman year of high school. They didn't talk until probably a little after senior year. So, like, 3-4 years have gone by. They finally, like, reconnected and whatever. And then, they just kind of realized that what it was literally stupid. They were 14, 15 years old. And then they gone on. They became friends. And my mom was the maid of honor in her wedding. And I was the flower girl. So that just goes to show that, it doesn't sometimes always have to, like, end that way. Like, it is what you make of it. So if you at one point in your separation be like, I really miss, like, our friendship, like, it was good 99% of the time, but that 1% that we would be arguing, then, like, that's just, like, your sign to, like, honestly reach out and be like, listen, like, that was stupid, we're not friends for stupid reasons, because once again, we're all human, we do stupid things, like, it happens. We all make mistakes. Like, something that you thought was the biggest deal in the moment, now looking back, is literally the dumbest thing. So it never also hurts to reach out to them, even though, like, you probably are thinking, like, they want nothing to do with you, they've made it clear. Like, it never hurts to just reach out and be like, listen, like, I know we're not the best of friends at this moment in time, but I'm here if you need anything. Like, I miss our friendship. Like, that's not wrong to do. I don't think anyone would look at a text like that and be like, oh my God, and then block you. Like, I just don't think that would happen, especially if you're sending, like, a generous text. So I think it just would be, like, nice to remind them, if you miss that friendship, to be like, hey, like, life sucks, but hope you're doing well. Like, and sometimes that can literally, like, that's what happened with my mom. She reached out and was like, hope you're doing well, and this, that, the other thing. And yeah, like I said, she was the maid of honor in her wedding, and I was the flower girl. So that just goes to show that sometimes, like, it doesn't have to end that way. Like, it is what you make of it.
And I know it's like scary to, like, reach out sometimes, because you never know, like, what they're gonna say and all that. But I think honestly, like, you should just go for it, because you never know what could happen. And honestly, like, if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. But you
at least you tried.
Yeah, but I think, like, for myself, like, I would just do it, because that would make me feel better, knowing, like, I could get it, like, just off my chest and stuff. But no, like, not even that. I was actually gonna mention, like, last year, I remember, like, something happened, and, like, keep in mind, me and Bella don't ever argue unless it's over the trash.
Yeah, we would always fight about who's taking out the trash in a good way. We would both want to take it out to not have the other person do it. Like, we weren't being like, you never take out the trash. Like, it was literally the stupidest argument.
No, yeah. But I remember, like, last year, like, I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely my fault, because I, like, wouldn't, like, communicate well. And I literally think, like, me and Bella, like, didn't, like, talk to each other for probably, like, a couple hours. And then I was,
which, like, hours is not bad, considering some people don't talk to each other for years, but
yeah. And I realized, like, how stupid it was, and, like, it was obviously my fault, because I didn't communicate my feelings to her. So I went out of my way, and I talked with her a couple hours after I've self-reflected. And
self-reflection, everyone.
And I went to her in person and was like, hey, like, I'm really sorry, like, all this happened, like, I get it, it's my fault, like, we'll talk this out, whatever. And we did, and it was all good. And I'm telling you, like, literally, like, 2 hours after that, we were eating dinner together in our room, watching Dance Moms together.
Yeah,
so
literally,
like, it's fine. Like, it's never that deep, I swear to God.
It's, unless it is that deep.
Unless it is that deep.
And then you're not friends. But no, like, for sure. And I mean, obviously, like, I have, like, a story of someone I didn't become friends with again after, and that's completely okay, like I said, wish them the best. But I have recently had another falling out with one of my best friends, and it's really honestly been bothering me since we've been back at school, because we only mainly see each other during the summer and during like Christmas breaks and all that, because our spring break never lines up, and then no one has a fall break but us.
No,
so
seriously.
you know, like I normally only see her during like Christmas and Thanksgiving break, and then obviously summer. And this summer just was not our summer. It was, you know, over stupid things, emphasis on the stupid things. But we still haven't talked, and it's been about a month and a half. But once again, wish her the best. But that is one example that I think, like, in time we will be friends again. But right now we're just taking a second to, I hope, self-reflect. I hope, but, you know, that's just like two prime examples right there. Like, sometimes it's for the best, really, and then other times it's like, well, that was stupid. Like, what did that, it literally did not benefit anyone by that argument.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's just two examples of sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not.
And I think also, like, you going off to college, like, I know it really sucks, like, having that feeling that, like, you know, you guys didn't really end off on a good note, but I think, honestly, having this break just kind of, like, you know, helps you get your mind off it a little bit, you know, and I'm sure, like, you know, you guys will go back to, you know, how it used to be.
Yeah, I'm not really stressed about that one. I think in time we will, even if it takes me literally showing up to her house on Thanksgiving and be like, yo, let's just talk this out. Like, what? This is so stupid. I mean, if that's what it takes, I'll keep you updated. But keep you updated on this. But, like, sometimes it's just over such stupid things, but you do sometimes need a break. And I will admit it did suck, like, not saying bye going back to college, because I came down first. She moved in a week later, so she was home for a week. But that did suck, like, not having, because then it almost, like, it upset me, because literally a year before that, when we were going into freshman year, I was driving home from work sobbing in the car with her. We didn't say a word. Literally, because that night I was getting on a plane to come move in. So, you know, like, just, it's crazy what a year can do.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. So, you know, if it takes a year, it takes a year, you know? It is what it is.
I feel like we can kind of go into, like, our next topic with that, with, like, finding your own people. Me personally, like, I know, like, in high school, I mean, like, not even, like, in high school, but, like, I've just always been, like, scared to, like, kind of, like, be, like, honest with myself, if that makes sense. Like, I just, like, sometimes, like, I surround myself with people that I'm mentally, like, telling myself, like, you know, these are your friends, all this, but then I'm like, are they, like, really, like, do I really like being around them and all that? When I got to college, I was like, wow, like, I love these people, like, so much, and, like, I just love being around them, because they honestly, like, help me be the best, like, version of myself and stuff. And I feel like sometimes, like, you have to make, like, choices for yourself, and you just have to kind of, like, surround yourself with people that, like, you know, like, you want to be around. Like, don't be afraid to, you know, back away from those people, even if you've been friends with them for, like, a while and stuff. Like, just know, like, what you, like, really want. I feel like most people are just, like, scared of, like, you know, having those friendship breakups and then, like, not finding their people, and then they're, you know, alone, all that. But
I feel like the difference between, like, high school or high school people in general, and then when they get to college, or even if you don't choose to go to college, if, you know, just out of high school, I feel like in middle high school, like, you know, that time period, people have this idea that they need as many friends as possible to be, like, happy with themselves. Like, and that's just not true. Like, I learned that, like, it's just not true at all. I just had that mindset, like, the more people you're friends with, like, the better. And that's just honestly not true. Like,
I definitely felt the same way.
I would rather have, like, a solid 5 best friends than be friends with 200 people. I feel like once I got to college, I was like, that's fine. Like, I can be friendly with everyone. Like, and I didn't want to change that.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I can't try and be friends with 6,000 people because it's how many undergrad we have. I was like, I can't do that to myself. So I think definitely joining a sorority here on campus gave me that impression that that was going to happen, which it did. I do have very close friends in my sorority, but also I started off bold and trying to be friends with 200 girls at the same time. And that's just a lot to try and do in general. So I finally found my people, obviously, and it turns out it was literally people who were in my freshman year dorm hall. So, you know, sometimes it's just, you got to let people come to you.
Yeah.
Like, if you go out looking, sometimes it's just not going to be successful.
Yeah. And honestly, like, it's okay, like, you know, not to have, like, that many friends. So, moral of the story, it's okay to, you know, do things yourself sometimes. You'll find your way to people. People will find you. Like, it's okay. Like, everything happens for a reason. Like we said before, everything will always work out for you. And, I mean, I feel like that just kind of concludes our episode on friendship, importance of it, and...
Yeah, so, definitely going off of what Amy said, I feel like friendship's very important. Like, I feel like you need a friendship in every aspect of your life, no matter what point you are in your life, whether that be in college, whether that be you're a whole adult with a full-time job. But my favorite quote of all time about friendship, and I cannot quote who it is because it's unknown, so if anyone knows who it is, let me know.
Comment down below.
Comment down below, because I don't know who said this. I tried to Google it. It still says unknown. But my favorite quote about friendships, and I feel like that really applies to, like, the friendships I've made in college, is that there are friends, there is family, and there are friends that become family. And I just feel like our friend group that we have right now has literally become my home away from home. Coming down to a completely new state where I've never lived before, never even visited. Like, from Massachusetts, knowing absolutely no one, was honestly quite terrifying. And just, like, I remember literally a year ago, so paranoid to pack, like, I was delaying it, I didn't want to go, like, I was just having such a hard time with it.
I had so much anxiety coming down here.
So much anxiety about it. I didn't want to go. I remember it was the night before my plane to come down here, and my mom was screaming down the stairs telling me I had to pack because nothing was packed. Not even, like, a single bed sheet. Nothing. So I had very high anxiety about coming here. It sounded like a great idea at the get-go, and it still is, obviously. I wouldn't still be here. But it sounds all great until you actually have to start packing. And, you know, I packed. I manned up and packed. Got on the plane, and I've literally never wanted to leave a place in my entire life. Like, I've never wanted... I don't look forward to going home now. I love my family, but I really do love it here, and I feel like it's because of the people I've met.
Yeah. And I think, like, with, like, me going into, you know, our freshman year, the one thing that, like, kept me, like, you know, from, like, you know, coming here, was making friends. Like, I had, like, anxiety about, you know, coming here just in general, but I think it was just the thought of me just sitting in my room, not doing anything, not making any friends. I think that's what scared me the most. And honestly, it was okay because I definitely put myself out there, like, the first day, because I was like, okay, I'm not just gonna sit in here all day and do nothing. I'm just gonna go out, see what other people are doing, and then maybe just, you know, see where it goes from there. And that's what happened, and look where we are now.
Yeah. Yep.
But
so much so I moved in with her after 7 weeks of school.
But no, yeah, I think definitely to kind of just end this off, again, like, you'll find your people one day. Like, it's all gonna work out one day. Like, you just have to give it some time. But yeah, no, that's it for diary number 2. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you kind of learned some new things about valuing friendships, the importance of it. Shout out Bella for coming on this podcast with me.
So happy to be here.
Thanks for listening to me and Bella just ramble on. But yeah, before I end this off, don't forget to follow Life Diaries with Amy on Instagram. Anyways, you want to plug yourself, Bella?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. It's bella.letourneau. I'm not going to spell out my last name. Just please give it your best shot. It'll probably come up. I do not post a lot, but follow me anyway. I'm almost at 1,500 followers, guys.
She's at 1491.
1491. So please be those 9 people.
Get her to 1,500.
Yeah, please. I'm begging.
But yeah, I will be posting more content soon. I'll be leaving a Q&A probably tomorrow or something. Leave questions. And yeah, I'll answer them in my upcoming episodes. But again, I hope you enjoyed this week's Life Diaries with Amy, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.